Śaṅkara interprets it, jnana and only jnana will free you up. Abhinavagupta interprets it as karma with that jnana is liberation. It all sounds perfect, but someone like me who does not possess the required degree of Viveka, what does he do or not do? Arjuna's dilemma is still not resolved.
So, how do you know you do not have the required Viveka? I already think you do, for one reason: when you are questioning your ability to have a proper judgment, a subject has to be always willing to question his own degree of Viveka if he is going to allow Viveka to play. The fundamental issue is not about having these codes of conduct to be given by God, and that is how you will have Viveka. The fundamental question, issue of Viveka is our vulnerability, that every time we are prone to make mistakes, and every time we have to use our judgment. History never repeats itself. And every situation is new. And a book cannot tell you ever what you are ought to do in all the new situations. Then what am I supposed to do? Daddy didn't leave a note behind. So as long as we are looking for Daddy's notebook, we are not trying to get any insight within ourselves. And once we have this opening in our heart that I may not have sufficient judgment, this is a situation that requires a proper judgment. And I am prone to making mistakes. Let me analyze the situation overall. So these, just because if you have these questions about your judgment, I am not guaranteeing you are going to have the perfect judgment now. But what I mean is you are on the right track to make the best judgment. There is no perfect judgment, only the best judgment possible at the time. Perfect would be if Daddy's book is perfect and you do it, you don't have to think. Every situation has a scenario that comes with imperfection. It's like a 4 feet long blanket. You cover your head and your toes are exposed. You cover your toes, your head is exposed. Most of the situations in life are compromises. And there is a little violence in some side, somebody gets hurt. It's very difficult to make everybody happy. And you will make yourself hurt in that mechanisms. So in this process of hurting each others, finding ourselves living in the dilemma of how to resolve the situation with the least amount of violence, mental or physical. We have only better choices. We do not have the absolute perfect choices. The absolute perfect choice would be when you do not have to use the judgment and you are simply considering some of the dogma as the perfect dogma. They will not even be your insights, though. You will be only acting based on these dogma that may have been perfect at some point in history, that are not applicable in every single context in our life. Our life is not a repetition of history. Our life is not a repetition of a book already written. Our life is new in every mode. And our situations, therefore, are new. You have to accept it. And what does that mean? What that means is your answer to those situations are also new. And you can, even if you are repeating your previous judgment for similar situation, it's not just a repetition. If you are using your insight, does it apply in this scenario or not? So therefore, our openness for Viveka, our insight, is a fundamental torchlight for us to live a moral life and to act a proper action. And what is a proper action? Only the best possible at the given situation. Because situations do not ever give you to do that absolutely, totally perfect action. We live through imperfections, accepted. And in these imperfections, we make imperfect judgments, accepted. The only thing that makes this right is what is your guiding principle at the time that you made that judgment. You have a patient, you work in his heart, he might be brain dead. You work in his brain, he might be heart dead. Life is something like that. And you, as a doctor, have to make the perfect judgment. And how do you know the judgment you made is perfect? Based on the scenario, based on the situation, did you examine all the possibilities or not? That's all you can do. If you blindly started opening the heart and didn't bother about all the results, then you have the karmic consequence. But if the patient dies in spite of you analyzing all the possible scenarios and still acting the best you could at the given scenario, then you are not a murderer. You are trying to save the life. But you could not save the life because saving is not under your control. No matter how much you would love to save this life, you are not a savior. You could not do it, and you have to accept it. So therefore, using Viveka always leads you. But do I have a Viveka? When you are willing to question your own Viveka, that is the beginning of having Viveka. Thank you.